What's up, YouTube? It is Devin here. In this video today, we are going to go over the 4 things that most people think about when thinking about infinite banking. These things are incorrect. They're things that you do not want to think about because they're going to deter you from seeing the bigger picture of what infinite banking can do for you, how it can set you free financially and set you up for huge success with your wealth, your legacy, all those good things. So stay tuned. We're going to go over all the 4 things. If you've not done so already, subscribe to my channel. I put these videos out for you guys to help you do something that helped me. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, the algorithm loves it, and to show my appreciation, throw your comments in the comment section. I will make sure to answer all of the comments. So let's jump right into it. All right, so the first mistake people make when thinking about infinite banking is they think that it is an investment. Infinite banking is a concept. It is a way of using money. It is not an investment. At its core, what it is a savings vehicle. It's used with whole life insurance, properly structured whole life. So infinite banking, again, is not an investment. It's a concept of how to use money, and it's using a whole life insurance policy, which is not an investment. I get that all the time. People say, it's the worst investment you can make because Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman and all these gurus, they say it's a bad investment. They're correct because it's not an investment. Think about an investment. Investments can lose money, right? They can make money, they can lose money, but investments can do both. They can make money or lose it. Whole life insurance, it can never lose money. It's guaranteed to compound and grow 100% tax-free. So if it can never lose money, it's legitimately not an investment. It is a savings vehicle. That's what whole life insurance is. It's a savings vehicle that gives you different benefits behind just a savings account. So it gives you tax-free growth, obviously. Again, guaranteed, so it's not an investment. Tax-free growth. It gives a death benefit to your family. So you are guaranteed to pass away. It's going to happen. I'm going to pass away. Everyone you know is going to pass away at some point. It's guaranteed to happen. When it happens, it gives your family a tax-free death benefit. Your money's guaranteed to compound and grow. It's protected against lawsuits and judgments. So it's an extremely safe and secure place to put money. So that's the first thing. People always say it's a horrible investment. Do not think about that. Don't focus on that because it's just not true. It's not an investment. It is a savings vehicle that gives you other benefits. So that's first one. Let's jump into the second one. All right, so the second thing that people make the mistake of when thinking about infinite banking is the growth of the policy. They get stuck on, oh, well, it's only 3.25% growth. I can make more than that in crypto. I can make more than that in real estate. I can make more than that with whatever. They focus on the growth when the growth is not what it's all about. The growth is something that's just guaranteed. It's gonna grow regardless whether you put money into a policy and just let it sit there, or if you put the money in the policy and then use it to grow it elsewhere. That's what you guys really need to start wrapping your head around, is that it's about giving your money different jobs at the same time. If you put your money into a policy and it's gonna grow, guaranteed, at 3.25% tax-free for the rest of your life, it's going to grow into a big number. It's just going to take time. You also get dividends, though, on top of that. They're not guaranteed, but the companies we use have paid dividends every single year for over 100 years. So they're not guaranteed, but call it for what it is. They're pretty much a sure thing. So even though with dividends, you're getting around 5 to 6% growth tax-free, it's not about that. That is just there happening. Again, regardless if you use the money or not. The secret sauce is that you can have that growth. It's going to happen. regardless of what you do. But then you can also use the money at the same time to go make more money somewhere else. That's the big thing you need to focus on, not just how much the policy's making. So think of it this way. If you put $100,000 into a policy, that money is going to grow and compound tax-free. Guaranteed. It's going to happen. But then if you use it to go grow it elsewhere at the exact same time, you're making your money more efficient because it's making money in the policy, but then you're also using it to make money outside the policy at the same time. Opposed to if you just take your 100 grand and you put it into an investment, real estate, crypto, drop shipping, whatever you're going to do, it's only making money that one time in that investment. If you simply put it into the policy first, you're getting the growth of the policy plus the growth outside the policy. So again, big mistake people make is focusing on what the policy's growth is, the internal rate of return. That doesn't matter. It's not sexy if you look at it like that. It's sexy if you look at it like, hey, I'm going to make that regardless. Now I'm going to use the money to go make more at the same time. That's when it gets good. So that's number 2. Let's jump into number 3. All right. So the third thing that I hear all the time is, all right, I'm going to fund this policy. I'm going to put money into it. It's all good and great. I can get this guaranteed return. It's tax-free. I can use the money at the same time somewhere else. But when can I stop paying premiums? When can I stop doing that? And once you really understand how this works, you never, ever want to stop paying premiums. I think this is because most people think of premiums as a bill, right? You think of your insurance on your car. That's insurance premium on a car is something you have a bill for. You just got to keep paying it. You wish that you could stop, but you just got to keep paying it. You think of your health insurance, the premium on that, that's a bill. You wish you could stop paying that and still get the insurance, but you can't. You got to keep paying it. So people think of life insurance the same way. They think, you know what, when can I stop paying these premiums? I want to stop doing it, but still get the benefit. Now, that is a huge mistake because of the compound interest. I'm actually going to show you guys an illustration of mine so you can see real numbers. This is a policy that I own. So you can see why you'd never want to stop paying the premiums because it would just be foolish. You'd be shooting yourself in the foot on money that could be earned on a tax-free basis. So check this out. All right, everyone. So check this out. This is one of my policies that I did on my life, obviously. You can see here, Devin Burr, 35 years old, ultra preferred non-tobacco. I was one healthy mofo at 35. So guys, this is the policy on me. When I got this, again, I was 35 years old, great health. I was able to put in, as you can see, up to $125,000 every single year for the first 10 years. Year 1, I put in 125. I've got access to 116. I can use this full 116 for whatever I want, and I don't interrupt the compound growth of this 125. So every year, I can keep doing that. And because I'm putting in more money every year, I just have more money compounding and growing. Here's why you'd never want to stop, okay? Let's look at like year 11. So year 11, when I'm 46, I can no longer put in 125 grand a year. I can only put in 50. And that is so the policy stays untaxable, okay? So I can put in 50 grand that year, but look how much the cash value grows. So it grows from 1.4 million basically to 1.5 million. So it grows by, it looks like what, $105,000, and I only put in 50. Every single year, that's going to get bigger and bigger. So let's look at year 20 when I'm 55. I can put in $50,000, no more, and the policy grows from 2.78 million to 2.974. Okay, so it grows by almost $200,000 for putting in 50. Why would I ever not put that money in? it would make no sense because then I would slow down the compound growth. So I would just keep putting money in because it's just going to keep accelerating it more and more and more. Let's look at year 30 when I'm 65. I can put in 50,000. The cash value grows from 5.14 to 5.45, basically. That is a $300,000 growth for only putting in 50. Now, here's the thing. I should never stop putting in premiums because it's just going to keep growing more. Even if I don't have money to put in, here's what I would do. I would go borrow money from somebody. If I didn't have 50 grand, I'd go to a friend or family member and say, hey, can I borrow 50 grand? In a week, I'll give you back 55. Most people would do that if they trusted me because they're going to get 5 grand for letting me borrow 50 for a week. The reason I would do that is look, if it grows by $300,000 for putting in 50, I take their 50, put it in, it grows by 300, I just take 55 of it and pay them back. Now I've got the difference in cash value that I can use to go make more money. Now, if that's not an option, what I would do is I would take the growth. So look at this growth this year. It's going to grow by, what is that? 310,000 the next year. So what I would do is I would take 50,000 of the growth and I would take it and put it in as premium the next year. So I would take, again, the growth here, which is about 310 grand. I would take 50,000 of it. So I'd be left with 260. I would put the 50 in as premium the next year. So I'm left with $260,000 tax free. And the 50 grand goes in as premium. So the next year, I'm going to get the same growth because I put 50,000 in premium. So that's, again, why you never want to stop putting money in because the longer you give it, just the bigger it gets. If we look at like year 50, when I'm 85 years old, I put in 50,000 and the growth is about $520,000 it grows by. It grows 10 times the amount for putting in 50. Why would I ever stop? The only reason to stop is if you can't. So as you guys can see in this policy, contractually, I can no longer put in that $50,000 because if I do, I make the policy taxable at that point. So I have to stop. But even though I have to stop, look at this. It still grows the next year by about 500 grand. Again, next year, same thing. It grows by more. The next year, more. The next year, more. It's a beautiful thing. And that is why if you can pay premiums for the rest of your life, which some policies are able to be done, you can pay all the way till you're 121 years old. That's the endowment age on a policy. That's when, if you live that long, the insurance company is going to pay the death benefit to you while you're alive. So at that point, if I live that long, the death benefit on this policy is about $66 million. They would pay that to me at that point. Check this out. The death benefit started at 7.6. So I was able to use all the money throughout my life. And then when I pass away, if I pass away at 121 or whatever, it grows all the way to 66 million. That's the power of compound interest if you never interrupt it. And that is why you never want to stop putting premiums in if you can do so. All right, so 3 down and 1 to go. The last thing to never focus on when it comes to infinite banking is listening to a financial advisor. Financial advisors are, for lack of better terms, they're employees that get paid commission. Most of them, they don't have any assets themselves. They just make commission. I think the average financial advisor makes about $80,000 a year. You don't really want to take advice from someone who is not wealthy. You want to take advice from someone who is wealthy if you're looking for advice on wealth. It's the same thing with anything. If you go to the gym and you're trying to get in shape, you should find the trainer that is in the best shape. you shouldn't get advice from the one that looks like they need a trainer as well. You should take advice from the person that's in the best shape. Same thing when it comes to money. We are trained to take advice from financial advisors who are not wealthy. On average, again, $80,000 a year. That's not wealthy. That's not even considered to be rich. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. Rich is anyone in like the top 1% of earners. And that's if you make about $250,000 to $300,000 a year, you're considered rich, but you're not wealthy. Wealthy is someone who has their money working for them. Wealthy is someone who is worth millions and millions of dollars. Now, guys, I make more than $80,000 a year. I am worth several seven figures. And that wasn't the case just a few years ago. I became a millionaire in 2020, a multimillionaire in 2021. And the thing I'm telling you that for is because what I'm teaching you is something that I've done. What I'm teaching you is things that the wealthiest families have done, like the Rockefellers. JP Morgan, he has used this. Ray Kroc, when franchising McDonald's, even Walt Disney used it to start Disney World. So, guys, listen to people that are wealthy. Listen to people that do well when it comes to the finances, not to a financial advisor who is selling a product. If you really think about financial advisors, what they do is they push a product that they're told to push because those products make the most commissions, which helps out their firm, which helps out them. It's not the best thing for you. If you really stop and think about it, that's what it is. And when it comes down to these kind of policies, a financial advisor will tell you, don't do it. Buy term and invest the difference. The reason being is because term insurance is paid very high commissions. Why? It's only paid out less than 2% of the time. That means 98% of the time, when you pay into term insurance, the insurance company keeps the money. So it's very profitable. So financial advisors are going to push that because it's high commissions, high profitability for the insurance company. And they're going to push invest the difference so that you can invest with them so they can make a percentage of everything you're putting into with them, into your portfolio. That makes no sense for you, but it makes all the sense for them, right? These kind of products are very, very low commissioned. If it's set up the way I'm talking about, the agent makes a lot less commission. So they're giving up their commission so that you can have liquidity in your policy. So if a financial advisor knows how to structure a policy like this, most likely they're not going to want to because they want to make more commission. That's how they're paid. So they're going to steer you into something that is more beneficial for them. Now, if you're a financial advisor and you're watching this, you probably hate what I'm saying right now. But if you really stop and be truthful and honest with yourself, you know I'm right. So, guys, when it comes to infinite banking, those are the 4 things to really not focus on, okay? You don't want to be listening to your financial advisor because they're going to steer you into things that aren't the best for you and that are the best for them. You're never going to want to stop putting premiums in because then you're just slowing down your compound growth. And if it's guaranteed, you might as well keep putting money into a guaranteed vehicle that grows tax-free. You definitely don't want to focus too much on the actual internal rate of return because you can get better returns somewhere else. It's not about that. It's about getting those returns and the returns of something else at the same time. And you don't want to think about this as an investment. Investments can lose money. This can never lose money, guaranteed contractually. So I hope this helped you guys. As I said at the beginning, to show my appreciation for you guys following my channel and liking the videos and hitting the bell so you get notified, put a comment in the comment section. I will make sure to answer every single comment. So until the next time, I appreciate you guys. If you need anything, shoot a comment below and I will be there to serve you. So until next time, guys, love y'all. Peace.